Great work, everyone. Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 142nd episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the 30th episode of Season 3 titled Master Vile and the Metallic Armor Part 2. We begin this episode pretty much right where we left off. The blue globber is destroying the city while the Shogun Megazord's power is gone. The Rangers are inside of the Zord talking about how they have to do something, and Billy gets the remote out of the Ninja Megazord and he says that it's still online, so they have to abandon the Shogun Megazord, I guess. Back on the moon, Kat is still talking to Rita about how she definitely wants to be evil again. Zed demands that she proves that she wants to be evil again by calling forth the Reviler, a machine that comically is supposed to turn Kat evil again. Kat then steps in and she's stuck there, and Rita explains that the machine is going to drain all the good out of her and replace it with pure evil. Zed also says that this is totally irreversible. Tommy is just watching this happen, so he calls Zordon, updating him. Zordon tells him to go into the caves under the palace and get the Zeo Crystal because it'll nullify everything for Kat. Thanks, Zordon. Zed then says that it also applies to people who were once evil, and Rita says, Zordon didn't tell you that, did he? Did Zordon just intentionally send them on a suicide mission? I mean, if that's true, neither one of them can touch the freaking Zeo Crystal. Zed says that the machine will make Kat evil anyways, so we'll see this stupid machine making her mean now. Tommy says that he's at the entrance of the cave and he gets called by Zordon, but then he's attacked by Goldar, and as it turns out, Goldar is a fake. Because obviously, it's the Cave of Deception and all. Then Tommy goes into the cave and the other Rangers come up, explaining that they've lost and that Kat is completely evil now, and they need to surrender to Vile. And then suddenly, the Green Ranger shows up randomly, running toward him. But then they just all disappear. Kat and Rita then come in and Tommy just yells at them, and of course it's an illusion again. I mean, this is really getting pointless. The Rangers have apparently transferred over to the Ninja Megazord, and they decide that they have to fight the blue globber as Vile flies by, encouraging this fight to commence. Then we keep seeing inside, and apparently Master Vile is linked to blue globber or something because he's throwing punches, which makes the blue globber throw punches too. Feel like we could have had an explanation for this. In the cave, Tommy finds a Zeo Crystal and Kat runs up, and Tommy is like a second away from beating the crap out of her when she tells him that it's really her and she escaped from Rita and Zed. She says that Master Vile is on his way down to the cave, so they have to hurry. Also, how did she get away? Then Master Vile disappears and Kat says don't because she's a fake too. Well, there you go. Then she warns him that he could be killed too for holding the Zeo Crystal because he used to be evil. Then Tommy just grabs the Zeo Crystal and we get an extended flashback of when he was evil, punching Trini in the face. Speaking of faces, he also remembers fighting the Face Stealer. Then Kat just disappears and Tommy teleports away. Did he just leave Kat there? Just kidding, he actually just shows up in the throne room, sucking up all the evil stuff on Kat from the Zeo Crystal, and he grabs the Falcon Zord, both of them teleporting out. That was freaking highway robbery. Meanwhile, the blue globber is blowing chunks on the Ninja Megazord. Cool. Anyways, here comes the Falcon Zord from on high, firing at the blue globber and attaching to form the Ninja Falcon Megazord. And they just kill blue globber right away. Not sure why this has a third part. At least that's how it looks, but actually, Master Vile revives the blue globber with Ninjor's energy, giving him part of Ninjor's armor. This is disturbing to say the least. Then Rocky explains how that looks like Ninjor because thanks Rocky. This new blue globber is super strong, slicing the crap out of the Megazord before he fires a laser ball at them. And Ninjor looks on terrified. Then Billy just says that the Shogun Megazord has power again for no reason, and they're going to control it with the remote. Then the Shogun Megazord just walks in. I mean, what the hell is happening? Whatever, both Megazords start beating the blue globber, and when they slash him, they see that Ninjor is getting hurt in real time. Well, they see it, but that doesn't stop them from continuing to do it. Master Vile shows up, laughing at how stupid they are while the blue globber comes for them, and the Rangers finally realize that they can't kill this monster without killing Ninjor. I mean, seriously, how did it take you guys this long? Then the blue globber fires at them, kicking them all out of their Megazords, falling pretty dramatically onto the city streets. They say they have to get back to the Zords, and Billy says hopefully they'll still work. Then the blue globber makes the Zord spark up for no reason whatsoever, before Master Vile tells him to suck up the last bit of all the Zord's energy. In a long-winded way, blue globber walks over, trying to get to the Zords, but then he just disappears. Did he get what he was supposed to? I can't tell. He then shrinks down and he starts absorbing the energy from the Rangers, so they call out their metallic armor, and yeah, second episode with it, and it's already pointless. Also, Tommy says how the Zeo Crystal is still in the Falcon Zord, and Vile shows up thanking him for doing the hard work for him while Globber keeps draining them of their powers. Vile disappears. The Rangers then talk about how they need to work together, posing dramatically. This causes a big shining light, I guess, knocking the blue Globber down long enough for them to bail. Meanwhile, on the Space Skull, everyone is celebrating that they're winning except for Zed, who is clearly pissed that Master Vile has been successful in this venture. At the youth center, Bulk and Skull come up to Ernie with the saddles for their horses. They start to explain what happened when Tengas and Master Vile show up, grabbing them. The hell? Rita is there too, and they demand a party for the villains. Ernie asks about the Power Rangers, and the three assume that they must have lost, while Bulk dances, which could be like a mind control thing, but I can't really tell. In the command center, the Rangers talk about how they all feel really weak, and they reiterate how they need to get the Zeo Crystal back in order to win. To be continued. Over the credits, we see some extended scenes of the Rangers seeing Master Vile forcing Bulk and Skull to dance the conga, as well as some bloopers of the Rangers just having fun. I have to admit, I like seeing them having fun at work. Makes it really enjoyable to actually watch this show sometimes. So besides the fact that this episode is kind of padded out for as much time as humanly possible, it serves the story well enough. I mean, you can't say nothing happened in this episode because they got the Falcon Zord back as well as this newly introduced Zeo Crystal, but now they've actually lost pretty much everything in the end of it all, making it one of the bleakest endings to an episode ever. I mean, besides the part where the villains are taking over the youth center. That's just funny to me, to be honest. Like, why do they care? Why do they want to do this? So how will this story wrap itself up? Find out next episode, but until then, may the power protect you.